We are here to own an online education center and make 2 lakh rupees profit per month. I'm sure when this statement comes into the mind, online education center, it really raises the eyebrow. It's a very positive energy it brings in. To majority of the people who share with me, they say, when you say online education center, it is something very exciting, that comes to your mind, right? But what actually it is what something that I'm going to share with you today, and how it can be a turnaround situation for most of the people is something that I'm going to be sharing today. Right? So, can you make 2 lakh rupees genuinely, realistically? Is that really possible? Is the opportunity available? Is the opportunity genuine? We have a master plan for the same. And I'm going to share with you today the master plan, the secrets of how we do that. And not only that, towards the end of it, I'm going to offer you a plug and play opportunity which will help you to instantly start your business. Apart from that, I've already empowered 10,000 lives through various seminars, webinars, and the other stuff. I've done my neurolinguistic programming masters, my midbrain activation for kids and adults, and quantum speed reading and telekinesis, telepathy, all that stuff. I've been trained in Singapore. Apart from that, I've taken my technology and bought the technology from them. I'm a speed reader trainer, telepathy, DMIT, and psychometric counseling, and I do the career counseling. Right? So this is what I do, and I've created many people who do that. So now I'm more into TTT, but yeah, there was a time when I used to do it directly. So the business which I'm doing today and offering you today will solve big problem of yours and society too, right? People will give you money only, you solve the problem of them, right? Here we offer you 3 income resources with potential to earn 2 lakh profit per month. 3 challenges that you're talking about. Mental skills has to be developed in the child. We have to coach him on a career, and we have to teach him the study skills. Now we are talking about the products that you are going to offer. We are going to give it to you and train you on these products, and you are going to offer to the consumer of yours as a head and as an owner of your own online education center, right? Online career coach is one thing that you're going to become. In this offer, we are giving you 3 offers simultaneously: to become an online career coach, to become an online study skill trainer, and to do a smart mind program. These are 3 things we will be doing it, right? So let's understand the products. What are the products? When we talk about the online career coach, you cannot become a counselor for the reason because you are not psychologist. Since you are not the psychologist, you can't be called as a counselor. But you can definitely be a coach and you can coach the student, right? So you can start. The first thing that I'm offering you, I'm going to give you a software which is going to be there for the lifetime, which will generate unlimited reports, which is called the psychometric software. And this is being used by majority of the schools and also the HR to identify the multiple intelligence, the best career options, and a lot of other things. Okay, so we are talking about the career coaching business. Career coaching business is a strong business. We require 14 lakh career coaches in the country today, but we hardly have very less career coaches. So career coaching market is very, very strong in the country. How would Right. So let's talk about what is psychometric test. Psychometric test is the measurement of your psychology. So what happens is we have a different the student may have a different psychology. We have to identify a couple of things. For example, first thing we need to identify what is the aptitude of the child. What is the capabilities of the child? What are the strength area of the child? What is the signature strength of the child? That is the first thing to be identified because you always play on strength. You don't play on the weakness. Second thing, what is the personality type of the child? Because unless we know that, we can't guide him for the career. Somebody who is introvert, he may not be a good RJ, he may not be a good newsreader. So you need to have the personality supporting the profession that you choose. Finds learning style. What is your learning style? What environment would suit you best to learn? That is important. Best career scores. What are the areas that you can do better depending on your personality and your multiple intelligence? Adds validity to the recruitment process. If at all the HR wishes to hire people, they do psychometric test. If somebody is not performing in one department, want to move to other department, they also do psychometric test. So I think this single report is very useful and it can be sold in the corporate as well as you can do it for the individual also. So I've already taken the glimpse of this report. Multiple intelligence theory is something which is like where you are able to identify the strong area. Somebody is very good in logical, somebody is good in musical activity. So somebody who's good in music would be very expressive for that matter. Somebody who is naturalist would be very observant. Somebody who is having a verbal linguistic would generally catch up the words and will remember the words very fast. Interpersonal skill will be a person very good in interacting with the people. Bodily kinesthetic, these people are good in sports, any movement, that the body can do. They have that intelligence. Spatial intelligence, that is about the space, 3D visualization, where these people become a good architect as well. And the intrapersonal is about the self discovery. So we have all these 8 intelligence available into us, and we need to identify which are the strong and which are the weak, and how do you convert the weak into the strong one. So this is just a glimpse of it. I'm sure you are not able to see the screen. Ria's theory is about the personality type, and it gives you multiple things about it. I can't discuss the whole report right now, but I'm just trying to give you a glimpse of it. And this last page is about the career. It will cover almost all the major career. It will tell you which are the career, and it'll give you the scores. It'll tell you what are the areas that you're strong at and what are the areas that you're good at. So what happens is it's a question-based test. You send the questionnaire to the child who may be in USA also. They will send it to you back, and once they send you back, it will take about 2 minutes for you to generate the report. You will email the report, and thereafter on the Zoom platform you can consult them. That's the complete process. So your role as a career counselor is going to be you will be generating leads online. You will be educating prospects and converting them to the customer, generating report and email and counseling. These are the things that you are going to do it, right?
Hi, I have been associated with Mr. Rajul Shrivastava for quite a long time, and recently I took his course of Mind Priest, which encompasses students' empowerment programs, memory techniques, speed reading, which help students to empower themselves, become very good. Psychometric analysis test is so awesome, which I have tried on so many people. It is so accurate, and his courses are so good, and he as a mentor is fantastic. Anytime you ask him for any kind of advice, he is ready to give it, and he solved quite a few problems for me, and whenever I had any doubts, he cleared it. I think his course is, I think, one of the best that I have taken from among so many courses that I have taken. Rajul Shrivastava is doing a fantastic job, and I'm sure everybody is going to benefit a lot from it.
How do you make money out of it? Ever, if you have tried it, you would know that career counseling cost is starting from 4,000 rupees onwards. How do you get into something which is a online career counseling? So revenue projections that I'm talking about it, if you do the career counseling, and by this report you generate the report and do the career counseling for even 2,000 rupees, which is very respectable, which will decide what the child will have to do the next 40 years. And if you get 2 customers a day, How will you get the customers? I'll talk about that little later in this. If you get two customers a day, your revenue is going to be a 1 lakh rupees, right? 1 lakh rupees is going to be the revenue. So if you just have charged 2000 rupees and you get two customers a day, which means you consult two people, each counseling will take about half an hour. So it will consume 1 hour for you to consult the parents, two parents, and you can do that onto the Zoom platform or even on the telephone. That's not a problem, and your revenue is going to be 1 lakh rupees from this, right? So this is the first thing that I'm going to offer it to you. Everything is in the report. So it is only that you need to understand that how to read the report for the parents. You know, what are the sections that you should be explaining and what does it primarily means, and we are going to provide the training for the same, so you don't have to worry about that, right? Now, let's talk about the second part called the study skills. When you talk about the study skills market, we typed study skills, so people are searching for study skills. These are the skills that you require. We ask them to memorize, but we don't teach them how to memorize. We ask them to read faster and comprehend better. We don't teach them how to read faster. We ask them to concentrate. Where do we teach them how to concentrate? Is the school teaching them how to concentrate? Except that traditional way of meditation, which doesn't work. The students doesn't meditate today. How many of them really meditate? Let's talk about the practical ground realities. It doesn't happen. You need to skill them. You need to teach them. You need to tell them how to organize the information into their mind. And these are the kind of skills which are required. If you teach these skills, it will curtail their time to half. If they learn the memory techniques, if they consume 1 hour to memorize, now they will consume, after the memory techniques they learn, they'll consume half an hour. If they learn how to read instead of 200 words per minute to 500 words per minute and comprehend better, they would curtail 50% of the time and comprehend better. They can utilize the time better and they would be more fresh. That is what exactly I'm talking about. No school teaches memory technique. So therefore, it is very important we took advantage of this opportunity. These are the best selling courses that we have it today. Wheel of Life, which will help you to identify the gaps. Memory techniques, which will help you to understand how to memorize faster. Speed reading techniques. How do you speed read? How do you really read faster and comprehend better? Mind mapping. Yesterday, I was delivering a class to a set of Singaporeans and UA children. I had a session wherein I was teaching them the mind mapping technique. It is so beautiful. It's like organizing the information into your brain, and that is what exactly we are talking about. Goal setting. How do you set up the goal? It's a process. It's just not we set your goal. We tell the child, okay, decide about your goal. But how? Who has taught them? Nobody. NLP techniques. Who has taught them? Nobody. We have to tell them how to manage emotions, how to manage actions, and you have to make it so simple that they love doing it. If they're drinking water and you tell them to energize water, they can energize water and drink, and you can see the effect because it sends it to the universe, right? It's all about the NLP. It's all about the law of attraction. We all talk about it, but how simply it can be adopted by us is something which will surprise you. And this is what exactly are we developing. Personality development. Kids are so shy today, so shy today. These are the kind of skills that we need to develop. But all these skills I'm talking about, we are going to train you, and you in turn are going to train the children, right, on the Zoom platform. So the opportunities: schools, coaching center are busy in chasing curriculum and don't develop study skills. Once students learn and adopt these skills, they will save time, learn fast, and retain for life. It saves money for the parents, scores increase dramatically, USPs you don't get all of them in one package, and the audience is global. Nobody offers this course. Separately, people might offer one, let's say, memory technique workshop. Have you learned about the study workshop? You wouldn't have. Generally, you would have heard of memory workshop, right? Rarely somebody would have heard about the speed reading workshop. It could be a handwriting workshop, that is little relatively common. But one single place where all the workshops as a package are being offered under one place. That we are doing it, and we're going to have fabulous response on that, right? And this is what is going to be used now. So if you charge 1,000 rupees from the customer and you offer them 2 months weekly workshop, which means every week you have to only spend 1 hour on the webinar platform, just 1 hour on, let's say, Saturday. And whosoever joins and whenever they join doesn't ever matter, because it will be a cycle. It will be a weekend cycle. So 2 minute 2 months is over for somebody. For somebody who joins after 15 days, it will be over after 2 months, because it will be a 2 month cycle. There are 8 skills that we are talking about it, which are important. So you don't come under a pressure. You only deliver 1 hour per week workshop, and even if you charge 2 months workshop ke liye for 8 skills, you're charging 1,000 rupees. I'm sure you'll agree with me. It's a very nominal price. It's like a 125 rupees per workshop, online workshop, session I'm talking about. 1,000 rupees into 100 people, which means every week you get 25 people. How do you get it? I'll talk about that. So it's about a lakh of rupees. So from career counseling, we created 1 lakh rupees, and from here also we got 1 lakh rupees, right? Okay, smart mind programming. What is smart mind programming? Smart mind programming is primarily the subconscious mind programming. It's a better word for subconscious mind programming. Why do we call it a smart mind programming? Because it works at night when the child sleeps. For example, if you want to impact the mind of the child and you want to program the subconscious mind of the child, you want the memory to be naturally increased, you want the concentration to be naturally increased. In under smart mind programming, we are going to give you infant music therapy, concentration, memory, study music, positive energy music, pranic healing music, chakra healing. Now let me talk about the infant music therapy. Infant music therapy is a beautiful thing. When the mother is pregnant at that point of time, from fourth month onward, the child can feel the frequency, the vibration of the mother. And the vibration of the mother are developed by the emotions of a mother. So therefore, we say the mother's emotions should be taken care of it. She should read positive things. She should listen to positive things. She should always be happy. She should not be sad, because that directly impacts the child. So there's a music after the research which was cultivated called infant music therapy. From second month to 9 month, every month the music changes, and you have to listen to that music twice a day at a specific time. If you listen to that music, it has a special frequency which creates the vibrations, emotions, and in turn the vibration in the child, where the left and right brain gets balanced. So when the child is delivered and born, his left and right brain are balanced and is more intelligent. Right? Concentration music. You sleep for 15 days and listen to that music during that time, whether you're awake or you're sleeping. It will enhance your concentration. Similarly, memory, study music. While you're studying, put that music. Positive energy music, when you're low, put that. Pranic healing, if you want to heal yourself, put that. So, this is the infant music therapy. This is concentration music. This is the music for memory. This is the study music. This is the positive energy music. This is the pranic healing music. And this is the chakra healing music. So this is all going to be a part of it. And these are not the ones which we say are there on the YouTube. So how do we plan to sell? Infant music therapy generally can be very comfortably sold for 750 rupees. Concentration music, memory music, study music, and 2 ebooks, which we are going to give you as a part of a package. Memory and speed reading will cost you 497 rupees. If somebody want to have a chakra healing and pranic healing music, it will cost them 497. These are the prices that we recommend. Ultimately, it is your choice what are the prices that you need to keep it. Now coming to the income part of it. So we said you are going to generate a revenue of 1 lakh rupees from psychometric test, that is the career counseling, 1 lakh rupees from the skill development, right? In first project you require 50 people, and second thing you require 100 people. If you get spend 1,000 rupees and you get 25 people every week, that is 100 people. So which means you will get 2 lakh rupees only if you get 150 customers. So if we can say that INR 2,15,000 rupees is equivalent to 150 customers. So if you get 150 customer, you'll generate a profit of 2 lakh 15, not profit, revenue of 2 lakh 15,000 rupees. 10% is the conversion normally, right? Generally the conversion is 20%, but let's take as a market standard 10%. So which means to get 150 customer, you need to have a 1500 leads per month. You should have the fresh leads of 1500 people, which means we require 50 leads per day. So if you get 50 leads per day, which means you will be able to make 2,15,000 rupees. Okay. Now, how to reach 15 leads per day? This is what we actually teach you in the training. But normally you have to touch base with 50 customers by three ways. Either you are emailing them, you are WhatsApping them, and you are doing a telesales. These are the three major roles that you will have to play apart from the counseling. While you talk in terms of selling or marketing, these are the three main roles that you have to perform. To some customers, you have to email. To some customer, you have to WhatsApp, and to few people, you have to telesales. So you'll not have to call 50 people. You may have to call only 20 people per day. Okay. Now, how do you get customer? That is the most important thing which people do ask me. First is the career coaching, I said. Second is the study skills. Third is the smart mind programming. Smart mind programming, you don't have to really separately market it. Whosoever has bought the career coaching or study skills, they are the only people who will be marketed and who would be buying that product. So I would only presume that 15% of the total customer who joins in study skill or career coaching, you are going to upsell them a product. That is, you can always give them the additional product, and maybe 15% of the people will buy it for 497 rupees. We are talking about it. So in totality, you are able to generate additional 15,000 rupees since you are not separating marketing. So 2,15,000 rupees you generate. Digital marketing expense will be about 40,000 rupees through which you will be generating these leads. When I say 40,000 rupees, people get upset. Yeah, how do I spend 40,000 rupees? Does it mean I'll have to park 40,000 rupees separately? No, it does not mean that. It primarily means you only have to park 3,000 rupees separately for the digital marketing expense, because rest it comes into the rotation. If you spend 3,000 rupees, you'll already be developing a business of at least 10,000 rupees. So it has already given you the income. So you don't have to worry about that. It will come into the rotation. So the money you are earning, it is going out of it, right? Now coming to the next part of it, that is how to get customers. Now let's talk about the digital marketing. Digital marketing is the in thing today. We all understand. Gone are the days when traditionally we had to market, we have to, stand in the mall, we have to do the road shows. Gone are those days. Today, digital marketing is the in thing. But when I talk about digital marketing, people get a feeling that I am not a digital marketer and I can't afford to hire a digital marketer. So how would I get benefited? So you don't have to worry about it. The very simple tool that you can use it is the Facebook marketing. In Facebook marketing, there's something called the lead generation marketing. So I would be in a position to tell you how the Facebook marketing will be done. And this is what we are going to share with you in the training. Now, lead generation is a very simple tool and it is very, very easy. Whomsoever that I want to reach, I can reach. I can decide if I want to spend 100 rupees per day, I want to spend 500 rupees just once, or whatever the budget may be. It will work in that particular thing. I can decide about the target audience. Let's say if I want to only reach the parents whose kids are between the age group of 10 to 22 years, because that's my target audience. I want to reach the target audience, the parents who are professionals and who can afford this. I want to reach the parents who do the online transactions so that they are not shying away from transacting online. I want to reach the people whose children study into the international school. I can choose all or either. So I can choose the right target audience. We will be giving you the copy and the image to begin with, and we will also be setting up the page or helping you to start the business and market that business. So, and the leads will be coming to you on the Facebook, and those are the leads to whom you should be sending the email format. We will be giving it to you. You will be doing the WhatsApp message to them, and then finally, you'll be converting them by voice call also. So, in totality, it will be a mix of three things that will be, but leads are going to be generated through this. And you don't have to worry about if you don't know about the digital marketing, because it's very simple and you don't have to learn the digital marketing. I'm just talking about one tool, Facebook ad campaign, and that to the lead generation. We are going to help you with that. That's a part of our training. And the training that we are going to give it to you contain everything. These are video tutorial. On the right hand side, we have written the duration also. So you will be giving the PPTs also, and you will be getting the MP4, which means the video tutorials also. And that will remain kind of a permanent with you, right? So you can visit any number of times and we will be teaching you how to do that. Let me help you to understand how the dashboard looks like and what is the purpose of the dashboard.
Dashboard is primarily meant to give you a structured mentoring, and this will be a step by step and day to day interaction process wherein we will have in a podcast on a daily basis, and that will help you to understand the task to be accomplished on that particular day. It's also a 30-day challenge wherein you would understand that first 2 weeks would be towards learning, and third week will be towards preparation for launch, and last week will be towards earning back the investment that you have made in this project. So to start with, there would be credentials that will be shared with you, and this dashboard access will remain with you for life. The moment you log into that by putting in your credentials, it will take you to another window like this, and then you will have to go for your own this thing, online education center blueprint. The moment you press access button, it will take you to this window, and this is the dashboard, and it will say let's get started, and then you'll start from there, and you have that complete thing. It's like welcoming video of mine which will help you to understand about this dashboard, also will help you to understand what is the process of generating psychometric test, and then it is it will also lead you to the drive where all the material is being parked, downloadable material that we have given to you. So all that stuff will be there. Then you can see on the left hand, and there's a comment section, so people do comment, if you want to comment something, you can comment, and then we can revert back to that. So that's the way. And once you've done that, you can mark it as completed here. So over here in this panel, you would come to know what is the percentage of course completion that you've done it. So since it's a 30 days, so what I've done is, if you see here, day 1 podcast, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. So it's a mix of podcasts, videos, PDFs, whatever is required for that particular day. Assuming that you have never been into the business, you're traveling into the business for the first time. So we understand you require training and practice for first 14 days, launch preparation for 3 days. 3 days it will take to you for FB ad campaign and the other stuff where we come online and validate the campaign, and then finally investment back challenge. So the last week you are able to recover back the investments, and you can do the learning any point of time. So you don't have to really worried about calling me or my team any point of time. It is like you have everything ready made, and that's when, if at all you get stuck up or you have a query, then is the time when you have to come back to us. But other than that, everything is being provided in this. Everything, be it the call that you have to make for telecalling, be it the script that is required for telecalling, be it the template which is required to be sent across as an emailer after the query is received, or the WhatsApp message that you have to do it. So or maybe the way the payment gateway has to be created, even that video tutorial is there. How the Facebook campaign has to be launched, that video tutorial is there. So if you have to get the photo shoot done, even on which particular day you should get it done. So it's a step by step process, and it's a day to day, like in a routine. You don't have to get confused, what do I do with the product once you receive it. These are the product, these are the day to day instructions, and if you just follow this roadmap, and you will never get confused, number one, and number two, you will get the destination and you'll get the assured success in this business. That's what it is, right?
Benefits is you don't require infrastructure, low investment, high returns is there. Start earning from first week itself and get your investment back in first month. No experiments, proven business model, no royalty. Create your own brand, work-life balance, flexibility of time and place. Carry your business in a bag. Impact lives of students, make respectable money and command respect. What are you going to get first? Let's understand. You're going to get the psychometric test software. This is a latest software. It has no expiry. It will continue forever. It will generate n number of reports forever. There's no limitation for that. 3 months weekend skill development and MP4 for training. All PPTs you're going to get it. It takes time to develop PPT. Do you agree? And it takes time to develop the MP4 also, right? We have recorded all the session while we have delivered that to live to the kids. All these sessions are going to come to you. All these 8 sessions of NLP, all these things that we are talking about, it memory technique, wheel of life, speed reading, mind mapping, everything, and it's up above the standard because it's been created for international market, and we deliver this to the international market. That is what we are going to share with you. You're going to get the music therapies, that is the open files, ebooks, speed reading and mnemonics, lead generation through Facebook ad campaign, video tutorial, and online guidance. We are going to come online and help you to set up your first campaign. These are the things that you're going to get it. It's on your brand. You don't have to share the royalty. It is just a one-time payment. Plenty of the positive messages that we receive. People get emotional about it when they have their first income. They start running their household from that. So you feel so proud and you feel so good. Generally, I don't share these things, but then, my digital marketer says it's always good to share. People should know. How do they trust that the people are successful? So I think it's a format I have to share that, but there's so many videos that we have it.
Hello, friends. I'm Karthik. I'm a banker by profession. And I was introduced to this concept of entrepreneurship, not by me, but by my wife. She was the one who started off on this whole journey because she is a QMath teacher, and she said this is something which is gelling well with what she's doing. And when I attended the first session, I had a few doubts and clarifications, which Rajul gladly clarified. And the best part about the first 4 days was every place he was putting the entire session from our point of view. It was not like a session, like lecture where we have to take. It was from our point of view, wherein we move from an employee to an employer mindset. That was clearly taken care of. And every session had some takeaway in the sense how we start imparting it to other people. That angle was also covered. And by the end of 30 days, we had covered not only the core of what we will be taking up as a business, but every aspect of business that was needed, it was there. In the sense, starting from creation of your logo, company naming, domain creation, how we can host it in Bluehost, and your lead creation, how you can do the call, scripting, your Facebook ads that we needed. Everything was taken care of, including the way you start off on the first day. So end to end, it is all a complete handholding. I had lots of doubts in between, and Rajul was gladly ready to support any point in time. This 30 days, it's all just 30 days. Ardently put in the effort that is required. You will be taking up the plunge, and trust me, Rajul Shrivastava is there as our float until we start floating on from our side, right? Until we start swimming, he is there to take care of us. Trust him and then go with it. You will definitely bang on success. There is absolutely no way this cannot be a successful entrepreneurship. Trust me, this has helped immensely from where I was a month ago to what I am now. So this is going to be an extremely successful journey. Take the plunge and then you will see you are able to swim. Until we sit in the shore and start looking at it, it is not going to be much meaningful. You just take the plunge. As I said, you take the plunge. There is a float in the form of Rajul Shrivastava, which will guide us through until we know a full-fledged swimming. So no doubt about it. Go with it. You will be successful.